So just to finish up this last question, so we have practice calculating for speed, because we need to make sure we do the square root part, well, at all, but also to do it properly. Okay, so let's start by writing the givens. List the givens, do the, list your variables. Okay, so I've got a mass, which is 800 kilograms. I have a kinetic energy, which is 9 times 10 to the 4 joules. And it's asking me for speed. Okay, and that's going to be in meters per second. Yeah, and that's all I need for kinetic energy. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, without looking at the answers, and we'll come back and see if we did it right. Okay, so mass, kinetic energy, speed. Okay, then we're going to grab our formula sheet. Okay, and this is our main formula. Okay, this is our rearranged for speed formula. Okay, so let's put that. Let's put V, step 2 formula, is square root of 2 EK divided by M. Okay, so you're going to want to do what's in here first, then square root your answer. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that right away, because that's what we're doing. Okay, so let's start putting in our numbers. Okay, make sure you write that all the way along. Don't think, oh, I'll just do it later. No, do it now. Okay, so 2 times 9, keep your units, divided by mass. Okay, so I'm going to write out 2 steps here. Okay, 2 times 9. Well, you know what 2 times 9 is, just put 18. Okay, 18 times 10 to the 4. Divided by 800. Okay, and then you're going to find the square root of 225. Okay, there's 2 ways you can do that. You can push shift square root. Okay, for me it's this little button here. Okay, and shift, I need shift because it's orange. Okay, so shift square root of, you can actually punch that in, 225. I like doing answer. Okay, so shift answer. Okay, because then if it was a funny decimal or something, okay, then it would give us the answer properly. Okay, square root of the answer is 15. Okay, so 15 meters per second. Okay, and let's check and see if that's what was in the PowerPoint. And if it's not, we'll figure out why we got it wrong. Because it's fine to get things wrong. Yep. Okay, so we did, this was rearranged in the formula here. That's what these steps are. Okay, it's putting the 2 on the other side, divided by mass, and then taking the square root off, we square root it here. Here, the exponent. Okay, so just like we did 2 times 9 times 10 to the 4 divided by 800, and then square rooted that to get 15. Right. Now let's move on to this bit. Okay, and so our total mechanical energy is just adding them together. Okay, so you can do this at any point in the ride. Okay, either at the very top, midway points, you're going to have some kinetic energy, some potential energy, or if you're right before the crash, okay, that's going to be full kinetic energy. Little recap. Okay, seeing how the red and the green switch spots. Okay, as kinetic energy is turned into potential energy, and then potential energy is turned back into kinetic energy. Okay, so we should add this formula to our formula page, just in case we forget later. Like right now it's obvious to us, but we might forget later on. Okay, so let's write that down. EM is EK plus EP. Okay, and I'm going to give it its own row, because why not? Okay, so I'm going to call it total mechanical energy. So mechanical energy is kinetic energy plus potential energy. Okay, and it doesn't really matter which one you put first because they're both just going to be added together. Okay, and let's put each individual formula. Okay, so sometimes they want you to calculate both. So you've got to do half mv squared plus mgh. Yeah, so let's try some problems with that. I don't know why they call them problems. It sounds like nothing. Let's try some fun practice questions. Okay, so let's take a look. We've got a baseball, we're throwing it in the air, we've got a speed, and we need total, what's that called? Mechanical energy. Okay, so let's use our erasable pen in case we make some mistakes. And we'll list our variables. You do it first. Okay, and then without peeking at the answers, we'll save that for the end. Okay, let's switch over here. So we've listed our variables of what they gave us in the question. Okay, and let's put our formula. Okay, and let's put them together. Okay, and you're thinking, where did this come from? How did this turn into this? Because EK is half mv squared. Okay, and EP is mgh. Okay, and you're thinking, oh, but we don't have G, we have mass. Are we going to use it twice? Yeah, we are. Okay, we have speed, yay. We have height, yay, but we need G. Oh yeah, gravity. Okay, acceleration due to gravity is 9.81 meters per second squared. Okay, so we have everything we need to do this equation. Okay, let's write everything in step 3 here. So mass 0.3 times speed. Okay, and I put this here so I don't forget it again, ever again. Plus, maybe that'd be good to color code these. Okay, so this would be the kinetic energy part of the question. Okay, this would be the potential energy part of the question. Mass was 0.3. Okay, or 300 grams, right? Times gravity, please hit. Okay, that says 2.5 meters. So that's the potential energy part of the question. Okay, and let's make sure we're putting this in our calculator properly. Okay, so 0.5 is half times 0.3, which is our mass, times 20 squared. Okay, it's 60. Okay, so that was kinetic energy plus potential energy. So let's do 0.3 times 9.81 times 2.5. 0.3 times 9.81 times 2.5. Okay, and we're going to put the whole thing because that's what we're supposed to do. Okay, so that was the potential energy part of the question. Let's add them up. Okay, don't do any rounding yet. Let's just keep that number in our calculator. Add that to 60, or you can just do it in your head. So write 7 plus 60 is 67. Okay, and let's see how many significant digits. Probably 3. All these seem to have 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, so we need 3 significant digits here. 67.4 joules as a total. Let's check the PowerPoint and see if we did it right. Yep. Hooray! Okay, let's do some more. We have 4 minutes before my recording quits. Okay, so let's see if we can do it. Okay, let's have a race. Seagull, flying horizontally. Okay, so speed, 8 meters per second. Mass, 300 grams. Height, 30 meters. Okay, so there's no answer key on here, so we better do it properly. And they wanted the kinetic energy, or the mechanical energy. Step 1, step 2. Okay, and I don't really like this grams here. I'm going to put that in kilograms, because everything else we've done is with kilograms. Okay, let's do this one first this time, because that's what I feel like doing. And it doesn't matter. $88.29. Okay, so I did 8 squared times 0.3 times 0.5. 9.6. So 9.6 plus 88.29. $97.89. That's a 9, not a J or a G. Okay, so let's check significant digits. 1, 2, oh, only 2 this time. So I can only have 2 significant digits. Okay, so 98 joules. And finished just in time. Hooray! Put it in a box.